morning, marketing team. This is your fearless ninja, Kim. And today we're going to talk about how to use Freshbooks. So I'm going to make this as quick as possible. I'm sure there are a lot of questions. And once you watch this video, if you have any other questions, feel free to let me know. Okay? So obviously you're going to, in your browser, and I'm going to encourage you to use Safari or Chrome because those are the two web browsers that new applications build for. So it's just usually very much easier to use Safari or Chrome. Least likely to work is Internet Explorer. So anyway, you're going to navigate to freshbooks.com, which is obviously going to take you here, and then you hit your login. Now, I'm going to hopefully get rid of this, but when I first signed up, I signed up as me to test it. So now there are two pages. Make sure that you log in to your Western CPE, WCPE marketing.freshbooks.com. Now you can always go straight to that URL, but just for the sake of showing you the difference. And then I actually have an enrolled fingerprint reader. But you're going to get this. You want to put your username and your password. If you forget it, just follow the steps, and I can actually give it to you also as the administrator. So you log in, and it's going to take you to the home page. It's going to show you. You're probably not going to see what everybody else is logged in, but we do have a process by which we daily, at minimum, we add all the new projects in Basecamp or drop into Freshbooks. So where you want to spend most of your time is in this tab, time tracking. And you can look at your time monthly, you can look at your time weekly, and then you can look at your time daily. So if you're going to just enter your time, you want to go to the project, and you want to select a project. Again, these should be everything that we have. If for some reason there's something missing, contact Sarah or Gina Burns or Kim, and I can add that for you, okay? So you want to select a project. So I'm going to select just straight marketing. You want to select a task. So I'm actually giving directions, but all of our traditional tasks are here. Feel free to add tasks, and just when you add a task, make sure you add it to all the projects. Okay, so I'm going to give you some direction, and here's something I think is really, really important. You definitely want to leave yourself a note. So I'm going to say that I was creating a video training file for the team to instruct them on how to use Freshbooks. Okay, and then I'm going to log my hours. Now I only spend a half hour on this. Something that's really important: when you're manually entering time, don't enter anything less than 0.25 or 15 minutes, okay? Anything below that, we're not going to get that detailed. So when you're manually adding hours. So this is all I have to do to add an hour. I just added a half hour that said I was doing this. Now here's your other option for tracking time, okay? You're going to hit the start-stop timer. And as you can see, it's a timer. This can run in the background. You could put it on your second screen or put it in the background. And you just want to select the project. So marketing, the task is direction. And I will put the same notes: create the video for Freshbooks. Okay? These notes are super, super important. The reason they're important is that so that you can justify your time. If as the departments get more and more, and the divisions get more and more aware of what we do, we're trying to get a sense of how long things take on a standard. And so if you simply we'll put a note. It's just more information is better. It takes just a moment, and you can log your hours in here, or you can hit play, and now it's starting to, if I actually hit play, you'll notice that the timer is actually starting to, it's taking note, okay? So it's tracking seconds. When you're finished, you want to hit stop, and before you change to another project, you want to hit log hours, okay? and that connects it to your timesheet. And then you want to select another project. So Kim's projects, direction. This is a Freshbooks test. Move one spell. Okay, so I can start these hours. Let me show you what happens if, let's say you're working, and if you don't hit pause and don't log your hours, you can change this. Say, oh, I messed up. It actually needs to go somewhere different. And it will change it. And it won't log the time that you spent on the other project. So when you're using the timer, make sure that when you're done, you hit pause. Or let's say you get called away to do something else, you hit pause and log the hours, okay? So that's how this works. This is a handy dandy tool because, you know, the habit that you need to start forming is that you log all of your hours. This will help you do it exactly. The other thing again is that you can always enter your hours manually. So what you'll see is that this has already added time. You can hit refresh. The time is already here. You can, if you make a mistake, you can always go and edit it. Okay? Save changes. So basically that's it. Now I want to show you how I use it. I go to the team timesheets, which you may or may not have access to, and I can see a project task summary. So I can see a report of how much time was spent on archiving, how much time was spent on Basecamp maintenance, how much was on Basecamp setup, building emails, and this is a really, really great tool for me. It's also a tool that I believe the directors are going to start asking for if they have questions. Okay? So you can click on one task, and no hours have been assigned to copywriting. I can look, if I want to see how much time has been spent on CSR stuff across all of the departments, I can see that CSR, other, phone, and other, this is how much was billed. So these are really, really great tools. They won't be great tools if we don't use them, okay? So we don't use at this point the expense tabs or the estimates tabs, although I believe we will start using estimates tabs as soon as we have enough information to estimate how much stuff actually is. And you can go to, these are all the people, basically. Let's see, what else can I show you? We don't do invoices at this point. We don't do expenses at this point. There are some reportings that I can use. So anyway, that's actually it. This is all of our staff. One thing that's nice, let's see, is that I actually personally can retrieve your password if I need to, and I can edit some things for you. So, for example, I'm going to re-invite Rebecca because it doesn't look like you're using it. Oh, you have logged in. Okay, so Rebecca, we just need to get you to use it. So anyway, that's how this works. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'll post some other videos later as we get deeper into this. Right now, focus on your time tracking. And at this point, you will have to manually pull your time over into your timesheet. When you do that, please round up to 15 minutes, so 0.25. Don't give Tina like 0.21 or 0.07, okay? So that's it. Let me know if you have any questions.